Welcome to Behind the Lyrics. My name is Kat, and for this episode, I would like to share my creative process for the second track in my Dear Diary EP, You and I. On the previous episode, I have mentioned that when I was in my music production program, we were taught of the process of a track or an album release. So, before we really dive into the track You and I just want to share a little bit more about the pre production phase. Generally, the pre production phase is the brainstorming phase, and with that, we were asked to write a written report, which was called the pre production plan. So, what goes in on the pre production plan? Our pre production plan consists of the concept, the artist's background, the objective, project materials, recording schedule, recording setup, and production budget. I would like to think of the concept as the theme of the EP, not just what the songs in it will be about, but also the marketing materials. Like we were asked to produce a physical CD, if you know what a CD is. If you still know what a CD is, so in our case, as Dear Diary is an intimate and laid back acoustic EP, and the diary itself is a journal. So I used a parchment paper for the cover for the covers of the physical CD, and the texture would be of paper since I would like it to be a journal itself. So that that was it. For the artist background, of course, the background of the artist, Kathleen Nicole, and we also included the musicians in the band of their background. For the objective, as it was a school project, the goal is to apply all the things that you have learned for the whole duration of your stay in the program. I've mentioned the project materials. So, the project materials are the songs that you're going to use in your EP or an album or an LP. We also have included the recording schedule as we were using the recording studios available at school. And we also indicated the things that we were going to record or what we're going to do in the recording studio. And that includes rehearsing of the songs, of course, instrumental recording, vocal recording, and mixing. The recording setup is also needed in the plan. So, what does a recording setup entail? The recording setup entails what instruments will you be using for your EP. Of course, and I think that this is the most important of all, the production budget. So here we indicated food for session musicians and recording studio rental fee outside of school. Since we have a recording studio at school, we were highly encouraged to not spend money as almost all of the resources were provided at school, but as we've indicated on our pre-production plan, we would have to provide food for session musicians at the very least. So that was basically it for the pre-production plan. And as for me, it really helped as I got a clearer picture and a wider perspective on what our album release will be and how we're going to go about it. Onto the song. You and I is actually the last song to be written and included in the EP. I have written it one night before the track submissions. We were going to have to present it so that our professors can provide feedback improve on how to improve the songs. It was actually one of the songs that was creatively criticized by my professor when I was consulting with him for this project. He said that it was too wordy, which I now have come to realize and admit is true because it is. But at that time, I felt hurt because I really worked hard for it and I really liked what I wrote and I really had a good feeling about the song. But he is true and I was thankful for it. and I was thankful that he raised it because after that, even if I've sulked for days, we have actually come to produce a really good song, which I am proud of and which I am happy that I did. I've used to think that it was my writing style to be a little bit too wordy because I've kind of incorporated writing a song to writing a story. The difference is that it actually has to rhyme. So I think I've focused on that. I've focused on rhyming at each line. So that's how I think it became two words. You and I is actually a sad love song, I would like to think. It is about a person having unsaid feelings to the one she likes and knowing that he's in a relationship with someone else. The only thing she can do is dream about and hope about what it would be if they were together. Aww. The inspiration of the song came from my mind, as I have little to no experience in the aspects of love aside from my family and friends. It just suddenly came to mind when we were putting out this EP, as This Is Not a Love Song is a love song. We thought that the concept should be about love itself, so that it has this unity and cohesion. The creative process of You and I is that I have written the lyrics first, along with the melody, before we plotted down the musical instrumentation. The instrumentation of the song is similar to This Is Not a Love Song, as our concept is an acoustic EP. We had acoustic guitar, bass guitar, and percussions. You and I actually has a remix by Gustavo Eric. Just a musical fact tidbit, a remix is basically a new version of an existing song. It is done by music producers to reinvent the song that they're remixing and stamp it with their own style. Any element can change, be added, or removed. Often the only thing that remains the same is the lead vocals or the lead instrumental line, and sometimes it can also be altered. Music producers and artists usually do it to bring the song into a new light and reach a wider audience. In Gustavo's remix of You and I, he added some electronic music elements into the acoustic elements of the song. So it kind of became a fusion of electronic music and acoustic music, which I was really happy about because it was the first time that a music producer, a talented music producer like him, asked me if he could do a remix because he really likes the song. And that feeling of just knowing that the song was well liked by even a single person really brings my heart to joy. That's how You and I came about. You can stream and download You and I on various digital music platforms, as well as the You and I remix by Gustavo Eric. I hope I've shared some piece of me with you to enrich as your own. This has been Behind the Lyrics.